Alright, so for this video, we will be doing discussion 6, meaning part 2. Alright, and we will be starting with prompt 2 today. Prompt 2 reads, when we ask for the meaning of life, or meaningfulness of our lives, are we asking for external meaning, internal meaning, or both? We want meaning from an outside source that is not determined by our own attitudes or pursuits, or meaning from within that we feel and experience from our own point of view. Alright, to simplify this question, what is it that we are really looking for? Are we looking for an external system to tell us what the objectively correct thing is, or are we looking for the internal meaning where we kind of create our own meaning in life? And I do believe that the answer is both. We need both self-fulfillment and outside validation that what we're doing is the correct thing. And again, this is all kind of like my personal experience and viewpoint. Alright, coming from the military, we were kind of given both. We were given a lot of right and left limits, and that would be what constitutes as an order. We were free to operate as we saw fit within those orders, within those right and left limits. In a very physical sense, we can talk about the shooting range, where we all had to objectively shoot in one direction at a series of targets, and we had a right and left limit, right, of our firing lane. We could only shoot within this lane, but anything within this lane we were fully allowed to engage with. And then, my neighbor's right and left limit stops at my right. My neighbor's left limit stops at my right limit, and on the other side of me, their right limit stops at my left limit. So, yeah, we do crave the external validation. We crave kind of direction and guidance for what right looks like, but we also crave the ability to express that correctness through our own individual lens. I hope this makes sense. I tried to use kind of a solid live by example that wasn't too extreme. So, yeah. That's about all I really had to say on that. I do believe that we need both external validation and internal validation. We need someone to tell us that what we're doing is correct, or a system in place in which to measure ourselves by. We crave and desire that whole governments, religions are formed around this kind of standard operating procedure belief. You build the framework for the people in which you allow the people to operate in. And we gain our internal value by finding ways to please the external system.